Hi friends, welcome to my channel. How are you all? Today in this video I will be telling you how to draw a landscape, and I will be using here watercolors. And in watercolors there are some techniques that are used to create a beautiful landscape. Basically it is a seascape that I am going to draw before you. So far, I have given you so many videos on different art forms. This time I have come up with the different topic, that is the landscape with the watercolors. Here I will be using watercolor cakes and brushes. Here I have used hog hair brush, that is of 4 number, and it is a flat brush, and I have put a water on my sheet with the brush, and this is the new technique. And then I am using here the color. First I have wet my sheet, and then I have dipped my brush into the color and then put on that wet surface. So here I am using the technique that is used in watercolor paintings, that is wet on wet process. Means that you have wet the surface and then you have put the color on that particular wet surface to give the beautiful effect. Now the next one is wet on dry process. Here I am putting the brush directly into the paint and then putting on my surface. So my brush is already wet and I have directly put it on my color palette, and then I have taken out and to put on the surface to give another different effect. As I have said, it is called wet on dry process. Now I will be starting the landscape paintings here. So from this process I have explained there are two techniques: wet on wet process, wet on dry process. All right. Let me take my now sheet to start the painting for drawing the seascape. Basically, I'm going to draw a seascape where you will find the sea and the sunset or sunrise scene. Let's start. So before that, what you have to do, you have to draw a line in the middle, and as we have done the 1 point perspective, which is always used in landscapes or making some buildings. Okay, so this study is always used. And here now I have started with the wet on wet process. I have dipped my brush into the water and put on my surface to wet it properly. Now I have used the color. I have dipped my brush into the color and then put it on my surface. You can see that's so soft and the color is merging so beautifully onto the sheet, and you can just give the strokes from right to left continuously so that the sheet should observe the water and the color should be color should be smoothened on my sheet. Now first coat I have done, let it get dry and then we will move forward to second coat. And I have used here cerulean blue for the sky. It's because the cerulean blue is very bright color and it is particularly used for the sky only. So I have done with the second coat. Now again I have to put 2-3 coats in the same way. First coat, then make it dry, then the second coat, then again make it dry to give the beautiful effect. If you will, you know, use the wet brush onto the same surface, your sheet might get toned. Okay, so be careful, don't get your sheet to be toned. So just let it dry it, be patient and then do it. Now as we know that the sky has so many beautiful colors, the nature has so many beautiful colors because of the sunlight, and I have used here lemon yellow, and at some places you can use lemon yellow, at some places you can use cadmium yellow, and of course the orange. So as we remember, our childhood memories when we used to draw a sun. We used to use the yellows and orange colors, different shades of orange and yellow colors, and we used to use in our drawings. And similarly, here also I am using the orange and yellow color. I have spread that the color into the sky, and now we have I have started drawing the circle. Definitely we can you can recognize it that it is for the sun. You can make a space around it with the yellow color, the lightest color. So basically in watercolors you have to start with the lightest color. It should not that you should start with the dark color, because in watercolors you have to give the different codes. All right, so be careful, start with lightest color, and if there is a white space, leave the space of the sheet, don't use any color there. All right, so this is the technique, this is the basic, you can say, that is used in the watercolor paintings. Now I have put the yellow color for drying, and after drying I will use another coat of orange to make it bit darker, and in this way we can color it. But don't color on the space of the sun, because we have to leave it for the white. Okay, so when we don't gaze on the sun, we because it's so bright that it may affect our eyes. Okay, similarly here, just leave that space for the sun. It always looks white only, but it gives different color to the nature. Now again I have used the wet on wet process in the foreground. So the upper part is background and the lower part is foreground, and the middle line is horizon line. Okay, always remember this is the basics of 1 point perspective, that I will go for the 1 point perspective video also to make you clear the concept behind the landscapes. Okay, now again I have used the cerulean blue. We can here use the ultramarine blue also for the sea if you want to give the change in the sky and the sea color. All right, and now first coat I have done, and the second coat all definitely will be done after drying the first coat. And to show the why I have used here yellow color, because I want to show the shadow and the light of the sun onto the sea water. And here you can use some of the lemon yellow for first coating, second coating you can use the cadmium yellow, and then little bit of orange color you can use and merge it with water properly. Okay, don't use thick color with watercolors. Okay, if you will use the thick color for watercolor paintings, then you won't give the transparent effect of watercolors. Okay, so here you have to use a lot of water with a bit of color. All right, and now I have put it for the drying, so that my sheet should be stiff, it should not be plumpy. Okay, and now I can give the strokes. Now I have given the first coat with the colors, the basic filling of my background and foreground, and on to that now it's time to give the strokes, brush strokes, to give the effect that there is a sea. Okay, so the way, see how I am holding the brush, how my brush is moving on the sheet in the strokes. Okay, so you can use it as lines, because there are the layers of water that are visible on the sea. You must have seen the watercolor paintings that sorry landscape paintings, seascape paintings. There you will find the strokes, the layers of water that are given in this way only. Okay, so here you have to keep checking the light and dark effect. Okay, so in that way you can use uh, Persian blue, you can use ultramarine blue. They are the dark tones of blue shade. And for the light, you can use sky blues, or you can use cerulean blue for the very soft effects. And the bright blues, we can it the cerulean blue is like the turquoise blue, frozy, जैसे we used to say it, frozy color. Okay. And similarly, you can see here the strokes I am giving. Now when you will observe it from the little bit far, it will give the seascape effect. Okay. The more you will get closer to this painting, you will find just the strokes. Okay. And when you will go far, you will find the seascape with the layers of water. Okay. So similarly, you can use here yellow color in the center or orange color in the middle. And here I am going to use the white color also for the sun, and for the the if for the touches on the water. Okay. But I am not using here the watercolor for white, because there we need enough whiteness for the sun, and the touches, the final tones on the sea level, on the layers of water. So here I will be using the white acrylic color. Okay. So let it get dry, then I will be using the white acrylic color for the sun to make it more bright. Okay. Before that, I want to add some yellow light in the sky with yellow color to give the lightness of the sun. Alright. Now I will be spreading the yellow color in the sky to show the whiteness in the middle of. And for that, first coating is done with the lemon yellow, and the second coat I'm using the cadmium yellow and little bit of the orange. And in the middle, you can leave the space for the sun. And as we have seen, the sky has different colors when there is a sunset or sunrise. So I have used crimson also to make it more pinkish way, because when the yellow and orange color mixes with the blue color, definitely the color of the light changes according to. And now I wanted to make the clouds. First coat should be of light color, as I have told you. You can use more water and make the random cloud effect. Okay. For the second coat, you can give little bit shape, and on the one side I have used the scarlet and crimson, and other side I'm using the scarlet color and little bit of orange. And on the upper side, definitely the sky is blue, and I have used here ultramarine blue and the crimson color to give the cloud effect. The first coat, let it get dry again. Now, as I've told before, that I'm using here acrylic color for the sun, so that it should be visible very clearly to make more attractive to our painting. Now it's drying. I have kept the clouds to dry, and you can see a white circle is visible very clearly. Now it is time to give the final touches. Tints, we call it tints. Okay, the light tones are called tints, and I have given the touches on the layers of the sea also, wherever it is required. And the dark tones on the layers of the sea already I have given. Maybe I will also give afterwards in the end, because in the end we have to give the touches. And in the horizon line, you can see here I am using here cadmium yellow. Okay, which will give the depth to your painting. It is very necessary to give the 3D effect, 3 dimensions of the light, middle and dark tones. Okay. And similarly, you can keep giving the touches of the white to make it more bright. Now my clouds are dry. I can give the second coating or touches on the clouds as well. And this is all about, the watercolor paintings. Very interesting. It's a simple one I have started with, so that you should know the basics of watercolors. Okay. Now what I seems it seems a simple one, so I wanted to add a boat in my painting. Now the shadow you can give with the same strokes, the same layers that I have given in the water. All right, thank you everyone. Now don't forget to subscribe my channel and watch my videos. Any comments you want to share, anything you want to know more, just put in the chat box and let me know. I'll definitely answer to your questions. Thank you so much.